So, yes, I know you did the interview last night on UFC Tonight, and you said something along the lines of Rick Story's ground game is terrible, striking is elementary. And I found that curious because you've said to us so many times that you don't watch your opponents, you don't study them. Is this just something that you had seen from seeing his fights? Did you study him this time? Why is this the assessment that you don't typically hear out of Donald Cerrone going into a fight?
Hell no, I didn't study him, but I seen his fight with Safardine, and he's been around forever. I've seen the guy, parts of his fights, but no, he's just like a looping brawler, and it works for him. It does, but he's not technical. He's not double jabbing, moving, slipping his head. He's not taking people down and submitting them. So I just, he's one of the old fighters, the old breed. So yeah, all my statements were correct.
Did you think you thrive off an opponent like that will just maybe not the most flashy style, but just comes forward and just gonna try to bring the fight to you for sure?
He's definitely gonna come forward and come hard, and then yeah, it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna have fun. It's tailor made for me.
And what does beating a guy like him do for you? Like, is welterweight your home now? I know you're talking about Eddie Alvarez, a rematch, all that kind of stuff. But I was cage side for that fight with Cote. You looked absolutely unbelievable there. So, is there a thought of maybe sticking around here and just making a run at welterweight, or do you feel like now that you have a win over the lightweight champion, it opens the door to go back there?
Both. I don't have an answer for either one of those. I just want to, whatever fight they give me next, I'm taking right away.
Okay. And all right. And just a couple more things. Next week, main event in Vancouver, Carlos Condit, Damian Maia. I know Carlos is your teammate, so might be a little bit of a biased prediction, but how do you see that fight playing out?
I think if Carlos can stick and move and stay away from getting taken down and put against cage with Damian, he's definitely going to be successful.
And last thing, I'm sure you saw the press conference yesterday with Nate and Connor. When you see that, what do you make of just how they're acting? Is it unprofessional? Are they just hyping the fight? What's your take?
Yeah, they're definitely just hyping the fight, man. Absolutely. Connor just takes shit too far sometimes. So whatever, that's his style. He likes to be in the media all the time.
And last thing, actually, we saw an embedded. You crossed paths with Nate. You guys gave each other, fist bump. What's going on here? I know you guys have had your history. Are you guys cool now? What's the deal with you and Nate?
At 202, I went up and talked to Nate and Nick, both of them. And I said, hey, man, this shit's got to stop. Like, we either got to figure it out, we'll figure it out, you know what I mean? And they were like, cool, man. I said, every time we see each other, it's like, I don't want to mug you across the room all the time. Like, I'm tired of that shit. Like, us always having, so let's be cool. Yeah. If we're fighting, then you know what I mean? But I said, when we punch crowds, there's no need for us to bump shoulders, and unless you want to handle it, then, and they were cool too, man. Like, yeah, man, fuck all that. Let's just move forward and keep it Dougie, and so yeah, I mean, it was just easier that way.
Yeah, it's just exhausting being mad at someone, right? Or for having that tension.
Yeah, it's just like if he was in here like the whole time, like, it's just stupid. It's unnecessary. So it's like, let's let all that shit die. Let's move forward. And they were like, hell yeah. So I like those two. They're bad. You know what I mean? I'm fans of them. Mm-hmm. So for me to be mad at someone for nothing is stupid.
Do you envision another fight with Nate happening at some point? Like, do you still look back at that one and have some bad feelings about it, or what's?
I mean, he whipped my ass. What are you gonna do? But yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'll happen, especially if he's up at 70 or at 55, either one. Am I calling him out? No, but I mean, is it a big fight? Sure.
All right, thanks, man. It's good to see you as always.